fried rice brought by Hope Kelly titled escrow. So go ahead and do the intro.
Oh, absolutely. Hi, everybody. Is it here? Yeah, everybody. Hello, everyone in Zoom land. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here today. I'm Laura from Ho'okele. Well, thank you very much. It would just be our absolute honor to handle your next escrow. I have Gabby Lopez here with me today, one of my amazing escrow officers. So if you get the opportunity to work with Gabby and to work with Ho'okele, we will be your biggest cheerleaders. We are, and Gabby's going to be efficient. She's going to be quick. She's going to be timely, and she works weekends. Nice. She'll tell you. She always answers her phone, and that's what we want in our escrow officers, is to be really on top of everything. And so there are no 9-to-5s for this woman right here, but
No, you're not 9 to 5, so that makes me a non 9-to-5.
but we would be honored to be a part of your team, and we would be thrilled to watch you go all the way to the closing table, and we want to be there for your successes. So please do consider using Ho'okele. I was telling Joe, we've got an office over on Oahu too, right on the same street, Kapiolani, right there with your Keller Williams office over there. So we can do transactions on every island, everyone. Thank you so much. You all know how to contact me. Our cards are in the back, and we've got some with us today. So if there's anything we can do to help you, we're here for you. And we wish you every single success. Okay, thanks.
Alrighty, and I will reintroduce Joe. He's from Oahu. He flew over for our event today. So if you want a referral partner on Oahu, please consider using Joe. Thank you so much for coming over. All right, Joe, would you read our mission statement for us as our honored guest?
Oh, absolutely. Mission statement: to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that part, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving.
Thank you. Want to go back to the QR code, guys? Register now for our holiday party. It closes the 17th, and there's limited spots. So I'm going to give you guys a minute right now. Take out your phone. We have 110 spots, I believe, and there's a +1. So it's about 50 people, 55 people, and their significant other that can come. It's going to be nice. They asked me this weekend, you know, Oahu's kind of going simple. They're doing a potluck. I said, yeah, Maui needs a party. Yeah. So we so appreciate, Bonnie, your leadership in helping with this. Is there anything you'd like to say regarding the party at all?
Just RSVP, and if you RSVP, please show up. Every year we see people who RSVP'd and then they never checked in. You know, just let's have our best etiquette there.
Because we paid for it.
Yeah, okay, yes, exactly.
Say it out loud.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lovely evening at Sugar Beach Events.
Are we dancing?
Appetizers.
After.
County stands. Oh, we tried.
We could dance there.
If we buy the dance floor. How much is that? Let's get spot.
That's not bad. Let's get a dance.
Who wants to be in charge of the dance sponsor? Anybody? Alrighty. Liza is gonna find us a dance floor so we can rip it up. Yeah. I know, Angela, we tried last time after the after party. That was great.
That's not true. There were several people there.
Yeah. I was just a little early.
Yeah, so Friday, December 1st, this is gonna be probably one of the first holiday parties that you'll go to of the season. And we were super stoked to lock in that Friday, December 1st date. We planned well in advance, so.
Awesome.
You guys here. So
Thank you,
great
Bonnie.
are here.
Yay, thank you. Our Y4C2Ts for the month is teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. Does anyone in this room have an example of what they've seen in our belief system that they've seen over the past week that they would like to share? Yeah, Jonathan.
Communication, seek first to understand. We just expressed that at the Pride breakfast.
Yes.
It's really nice. There's
Yeah.
a lot of sharing and listening and seeking to understand so that we can all be better agents.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for that. Anyone else? Okay, I'm gonna start our meeting by asking how you guys are lead genning right now. Just shout it out. Open house, thank you.
Instagram and Facebook, please. marketing, here, the village. Postcards to farms.
Anything else?
Holiday events.
Ooh, thank you.
Everywhere.
Everybody. Some of you have, t-shirts, ask me about real estate.
Is it like community events?
Community, yep.
Costco?
Costco, yes. My last deal in Washington came from Costco. I got actually kicked out. Costco, yeah,
Why do you think that?
because I was handing out postcards. And I actually, I sold one of the staff members, one of my last houses in Washington, but they said, you can't do that here. I'm like, I'm just handing out gifts to her. So, yeah. Well, I wanted to share this with you guys. Not that. Here's lead generation activities. I wanted to pass it around because we went to this conference and it was super impressive to hear about all the different ways that people lead generate. And we all do it differently, right? We are all the colors of the rainbow here, and we all have different personalities. We do things different. And I found this really cool wrap. I have a call at 6 a.m. on Mondays that kind of gets everyone going. There's 1,600 leaders on the call. Cody's been featured before. And this guy is doing lead gen this way. So I'm just sharing this. I want you guys, your minds to open up that lead gen does not have to be cold calling. It can be going, like Steve is doing condo parties. It could be going to the playground. So thank you, RJ, for queuing this up. Enjoy. I think it's the first wrap that we've had here in the office. So go ahead, RJ.
Whether you just got in this industry or you've been in it for 30 years, you just got thrown a curve. You are going to have to be different. 1.6 million realtors, wake freaking up. Wake up.
Yeah, Keller Williams is a name, 40 years in the game. Ever since I made the jump, nothing's ever been the same. First I read Amorier, then I read the one thing. Gary Keller don't play, he the real estate king.
We got a challenge. Your goal is to be alive and be thriving on the other side, yes or no?
Yeah. Keller Williams is a blessing. #1, no questions. Internationally recognized as best and progressing. Collaborating, connecting, helping out, that's the message. Mega campus in session, so shout out to Texas. KW's got what you need to reach success. Playbooks are all in your hand like a beverage. Win-win or no deal, we can't make exceptions. Only L's we take is leads, listings, leverage. Think a million, earn a million, not a million, then got a million. Think a million, earn a million, not a million, then get a million. Yeah, Keller Williams is a name, 40 years in the game. Ever since I made the jump, nothing's ever been the same. First I read Amorier, then I read the one thing. Gary Keller don't play, he the real estate king.
Love this. They interviewed him on our, I just got chills. They interviewed him on our call. And so guess what his lead gen is now? Making rap.
Yes.
He loves to rap. He did it in high school. He didn't think it could go with real estate. And he had a conversation with Jason Abrams at Mega Camp. He's like, that's your lead gen. And he's already gotten deals from it. So my thing is we all have a superpower, right? We're all different. So figure out what your superpower is and lean into it. And so I wanted to ask you guys, if you take a look at that page,
Whether you just got in this industry or you've been in it, whether you just got in this industry.
they encourage us to have at least 4. Most of your lead gen will come from one source. If you look on the back, 41% comes from that first source. Often it's sphere of influence. And then you have source 2, 3, and 4. So just take a minute, and we have an opportunity right now, you guys, to take over market share. If you see what we're doing in business compared to the rest of RAM, you can take market share right now and get it continued. We have people stepping back, they're afraid. And so my support to you and challenge is, let's find those lead sources that you love. Find what you love to do, turn it over, think about your deals over the last 12 months, where your leads came from and where you want your lead gen to come from moving forward. I'll just give you a minute and then I'd love to hear from any of you. All right. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna get lead gen? Let's hear it. Yes, Kayla.
I've noticed for me, like my background in farming has been like booths. I love farmers markets. I love community events and like getting out there in the community. And that's where I've met like some of my amazing people that I'm working with. And they, you know, it's kind of like a Zillow call, but you see them in person, you know, they see you do it. And they're really fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of pressure and whoever wants it can come, you know what I mean? I can just sit there, look cute and be like,
Yeah.
all right, like, what's your name and email, name and email, name and email.
Love
like,
that.
and then, let's go, you know. When
Love that.
you wanna see a house this afternoon? All right, great, like, you know, just super chill like that.
That's awesome. I love that. Out of the box. Jonathan.
You know, when I first got licensed, I'm saying this out loud, I actually, it was very effective. One of the things I was taught, which is the oldest in the book, which was always have a stack of cards and give them out. You know,
Yeah.
when you're at the market, when you're wherever you are, just be proud and hey, I'm in real estate, if you have any question. And I did that and it was effective. So I'm speaking to myself right now, like I gotta get back into that, especially now because I feel like the physical card is becoming more obsolete, so it actually can make a little bit more of an impact.
Yeah.
If you're, I mean, instead of just feeling like you're handing it out randomly, the teaching was, it's not about handing a card, it's about making a connection.
Yeah.
And then sharing it with somebody, because you never know if they're gonna need help or think.
I love that.
Getting their name and number.
Getting their-
in
yeah.
exchange.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Put 10 cards in your pocket and commit to giving them out, getting the numbers out. That's good, Keone. Anybody else? Creative ways? Yeah, Joe.
If you're not already doing it, if you do Lyft or Uber, as far as like you're a passenger, change your username to realtor first and last name. It's almost like reverse prospecting. The minute I get in the car, they're all, so real estate,
Yeah.
that's the market.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we don't ever answer it. We answer a question with a question, didn't dig deep, and then it might be a referral. Whenever we're at Mega Camp, family reunion, any of the other out-of-state stuff, like we have partners everywhere. And it just works because we're in Waikiki. We got
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
Ask if that Lyft like works and stuff or whatever, like you get clients from that and.
Yeah, so I would say in the last month, I've gotten people who are starting their real estate career. And then like nurture. So something that James Shaw said at the ALC clinic and the business planning clinic last week was like, some people think we're in a seller's market, some people think we're in a buyer's market, and then some people for a little bit last year was saying we're in a skills-based market. And he was like, the aha is we're in a pipeline market right now. So build your pipeline, whether that be sellers or buyers or future people into your KW Ohana as a downline, like build your pipeline now. Whatever passive way you could do it, change everything that you log in with as realtor or whatever, or real consultant or whatever, and they will ask you. And you don't even have to feel the pressure of like, now do I talk? Like they'll ask you. And then you ask a question and you made a contact.
Yeah. Yeah. I just got so excited after this training, and hearing Mark King, you know, we've gone through trauma, but the reality is on the other side of that, business and real estate takes off. And so I want you guys to have an unfair share of that. And what that means is right now, we're going to get really good at lead gen, commit to it, pick your 3 or 4 on there and make a commitment to yourself. I'll tell you mine. I make 20 contacts a day with cappers, which are people with 7 million or more. I learned this trick from Attilio. How many of you guys know the Louds? Yeah. So he puts 20 quarters on one side of his desk. And then, oh, sorry. He's all excited. So he taught me this when I first joined. I'm like, my main goal was to be a referral partner for them, which I was for a while, which is awesome. And he was coaching me and he said, I put 20 quarters on one side of my desk physically in the morning. And when I contact someone, they go to the other side and I can't leave until all the quarters on the other side. So I have my 20 shells. My commitment is to connect with 20. And I'm work I'm working to build the market center. I'll tell you a little bit about that. Productive agents on Maui. I connect with 20 of them every day. And then that's a physical clue for me. So whatever works for you, it's just a way to kind of keep yourself accountable. Yeah, so I wanted to have that conversation about referral sources because it can be something crazy. You wouldn't even think of rap, right? All right. Next up, 6 personal perspectives. Our first, the one that we're focusing on this month is be accountable. So I'm being accountable to you guys to tell you 20 contacts a day. I'm also going to do 10 with my own sphere. My personal goal, and I would love if any of you guys want to share, I want to get 1 referral a month, which means I go out and hustle the business. I give it to somebody and they close the deal, right? But I have to work my sphere to do that. And I haven't been doing that as much.
I'll close it for you.
Yeah. Okay, Jonathan, thank you. And then 5 handwritten cards, 1 appointment with Capper, which is 7 million or more production that's outside. I need to stay in conversation with agents outside our company, like Liam, who was our guest today, and then 1 inside. So I'm going to be reaching out to the board to start with to get on your calendar and then continue meeting with all of you. How do you guys hold yourself accountable? What's something that you do? If you're in partnership with somebody, that's an automatic because they're there. Kayla.
One of my favorites is the Ninja Selling like calendar, the physical book. Because it has everything like timetabled and then it has like the pie charts and like, it's just a really great way to hold myself accountable for, my vision for the month, what's working, what's not working, and it's like written. And so I always have it as a reference.
Awesome. Having a calendar tool that keeps you, again, if you're in partnership with someone and you're trying to have better nutrition, they see everything you eat. So there's automatic accountability there. Anybody else? I know some of you have accountability partners within the office where you meet. Yeah, Jonathan, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I forget at this point, I think actually it started prior to when I was in real estate, but I've been doing weekly admin even in my other business where you basically, in real estate, what we do is we come up with 5 goals that we have for that particular week. And then at the end of the week, we check in on each other. What happened with your 5 goals? Did you meet them? Are you forwarding one to the next week? We also acknowledge 3 wins every week, and they don't have to be in business. They can be in your life too, because it's really good to start. That's actually how we start every week is what were your wins? So you start by acknowledging a few things that you can be proud of, whatever they are. And then it's just one other person that's, keeping you honest of like, there's been weeks where you're like, oh man, I didn't meet any of those goals. And you're like, okay, well, what are you going to do to make it happen next week? Or the opposite, where you're like, I not only did that, but I did 3 more, but just it's basic accountability. And I find that it makes things a lot more productive.
Yeah, we were talking, those of us at the ALC clinic, about the board members partnering up with one other board member and just having that accountability. And you can do it however you like here. Find somebody that you like to spend time with that will hold you accountable. Just encouraging that. All professional athletes still have a coach, right? And so in real estate, we definitely need that accountability.
Oh, and there's one other
Go ahead.
thing, one last thing I'd like to say about the weekly accountability is every once in a while, you're not doing great. And it's really good to have one other person that you can be honest with and just say, hey, I'm off my game, I'm having a tough time, I did no lead gen, and just get that support, because I've said this before, when you're doing great, you actually usually don't need as much help, but everybody's there. But when you're not feeling great, it's kind of when you retreat and you need people the most, but they're not necessarily there. So having one other person that you can kind of report to is also a support mechanism.
Yeah, awesome. Anything else? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in coaching, you were taught to never have more than 3 goals for the week. Because your goals become a to-do list if you have too many. And when you have to actually say, what are the 3 most important things that I achieved this week? It makes you dive deeper into what really matters.
Yeah, that's good. We're going to work on that as a board. We have a retreat coming up, and the idea and feedback being we need 1 max 3 goals, really have a focus. And they had talked about having a theme for the year. So I'm excited to work with the board to get that. I'm passing this around. This is a basic touch campaign. On the call this morning, they were saying around the country, they go into rooms and ask people, how many of you do 36 touches to your sphere? And then they follow up with the question, maybe you can ask yourself, how many of you guys actually talk to your sphere 4 times a year as a fundamental? So here's an outline that just to encourage you going in, we're going into such a great season because there's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, great holiday season, great opportunity for touches, and we want to support you in that. So any other comments? Yeah, Liza.
Melody's been texting me. She only has like 10 more minutes left.
Oh, let's go to her, straight to her. Sorry. Yes, Melody, we're gonna pop down to the sound healing. Thank you, and herbal elixirs. We have a special guest. Liza, thank you so much for sharing. We want to focus on wellness here, and Melody, we would love to hear from you.
Sure. Aloha, my name is Melody. I'm part of the Lahua Foundation. I met Lisa at one of the events the Lahua Foundation did, and I told her that I've been volunteering with different people and we offer sound healing and elixirs. The elixir part is a little bit on hold because I'm actually in New York City right now, but I will be back. And so I was telling Lisa that if you guys needed a session of sound healing, we will be more than able to come in and offer sound healing, yoga, and elixirs for you guys. If you guys are wondering what elixirs are, they are herbal drinks made to heal the body and to help the body cope with the stress. The ones that I do is for different things, but basically it's for the immune system and the stress. And especially since we have all gone through a lot of stress in the island, I've been bringing a lot of elixirs to the hubs and to families that live in Lahaina. The houses were standing on Lahaina. I've been doing that I did that for about 2 months before I came to New York for work. And so that's the offering that I have for you guys. And you guys are more than welcome to let us know when we can come in and offer this for you guys.
It's amazing, Melody. Does anyone have any questions for our guest, our special guest?
Just that we appreciate her. We worked with her at the RAM stress management workshop, and we appreciate you donating your time and energy and pouring into the community. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I also want to tell you guys that Dragon Dance have been amazing. If you guys need any help with your nervous system, I'm suggesting a lot of people to go to Dragon's Den to learn about the herbs that they have there that can help heal the nervous system. And if you guys were in Lahaina and breathed the smoke, I also suggest you guys go to Dragon's Den and get herbs for the lungs because they're helpful. They're helpful in the overall health, and that's why I started offering all of this to people, especially to people that have been affected.
Awesome.
So I try to get that message out.
Thank you, Melody. Any other questions? Okay, we appreciate you. Thank you for generously donating. I know the people that were there were so impacted by
You're welcome. Just let us know when you guys want us to come, and hopefully we'll work around the date. I know we had said the 27th, but I know you guys are not were not able to accommodate us that day. But if you guys have the 30th, for me, it's a little difficult because I'm already committed to a job. So if there's another date that we can come in, let us know ahead of time so we can arrange it.
Yep, that would be great. Thank you so much, Melody.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good day. Aloha.
This is what I'm talking about. Look at the numbers. Our contracts written on the list side are up 222% and Rams down 21. In volume, and then in units up 114, and then contracts written on the list side in volume we're up 28 and Rams down 42. So keep getting out there and doing it. We have an incredible opportunity right now. And I wanted to ask how many of you would like a large, it's actually XL, it's the smallest one we have. How many, if you would like this, stand up.
I'm guessing Q&A.
Oh, somebody else? Oh, come on, we need more players. Jonathan, okay, so here we go. Median single family residence for September in Maui. Yeah,
1.3. I was just gonna say that.
can you be more specific?
1.295.
Very close. I'm gonna get one for you too, Jonathan. Thank you for playing. One point. No, I have another Excel in the back, so just be sure to come to me afterwards. Yeah, 1.2945. These are the numbers that you come across as a professional. I used to make little note cards and just have a few basic facts. I mean, just a couple things. Memorize them when the report comes out. This is the report with RAM, comes out on the 7th. I usually highlight, get a few facts. Okay, so I have another question.
They make that thing really easy. They have a synopsis, right? And then like, if you even just look at the graph, it says, the plus or minus, right, on the median price and the volume, like it tells the story right there. It's an easy
Yeah.
story to tell.
It really, we want to be the economist of choice, right? And so when we're in the Uber car, just if you know that. Okay, so now I have a question. Condo, median condo price for September. It was up 1.3%.
7.85.
Oh, very close. 7.895. Okay,
Close enough.
date on market September for single family.
85.
66, 85, any other?
I think it was 105 something, 105.
105 on the dollar.
Days on market includes escrow time.
Super helpful when you have your sellers and they're like after a hot minute, a week or what? The average is 105 days. So just,
You know that includes escrow time.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, good point.
Weird.
Yeah,
But most MLSs do not, that's why.
yeah.
Most MLSs do not include escrow time, so you need to explain that to your clients.
Yeah, and you can equip yourself for better conversations knowing this. When your clients are complaining, remember you said that it's 105 days. What about condos?
104.
Yes.
You got a guess, Lisa?
Okay, my name is Sasha and I'm bold. How many of you guys are going to bold? Raise your hand. If your hand is not raised, it should be because bold is free. It's a gift that the company gave us on Maui. So yeah, Dylan. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we're doing back-to-back days. It's gonna be here. We're gonna have a blast. I'm stoked. So please register now if you haven't. And here's all the people that have committed. Right?
Or should be committed.
They changed?
The date changed, yes, they're not because of Allen's Memorial is this Thursday. We are doing it starting the 26th and 27th back-to-back days. And it is here. We're gonna be nice and cozy, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a party every Thursday for 7 weeks. And
Just the 26th and 27th that have changed?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
just that one.
First step and second step are back to back, and then everyone at KW is invited to Alan's funeral that coming Thursday, which is why we're planning.
Okay.
Yes, and so please tell people I last week on Friday I went into the Shop So I Lay In, went into 7 different brokerage offices and got somebody to register. So it's open to all agents. Yeah, seriously, this is free. It's a gift. It's a personal professional coaching by some highly trained. Yes, Teresa.
Also that they've redone it for us specifically for our environment and for helping us with our conversations as we reach out to our clients and what it's like in this new landscape that we've entered. And so it's very specialized. So if you've taken Bold before, which is great, yay, this is gonna take you to the next level for the new market that we're in.
Yeah, they made it special for Maui to address all the challenges that we're facing. So I ordered my t-shirt day one. It's on its way. These t-shirts, all the proceeds go to our 808 Maui Heroes Fund our goal is $1 million, and Gary Keller put the first 100,000 in. So it's only $4 shipping. They did adjust that. Hope we can all get one to support the Heroes Fund. We're basically looking to give back to the community, to our early responders and people who have been giving, like Nakadang Dang started doing meals and hundreds of meals a day, and now the bills are coming in, as an example. So yeah, so get a t-shirt and we can all wear them together for different events, and it'll take a couple weeks to get here, but the shipping's cheap now. MAPS coaching, we still have a couple weeks. They gave us 2 months of MAPS coaching, which is a 2,000. How many of you guys are doing that? Anyone want to speak to the experience they've had? And yeah, Jonathan.
I was a little bit reluctant, for whatever reason, because I think after the fires, I was just in a weird place. And then it's funny, going full circle, my accountability partner had said, hey, I'm having a really great experience. You should really take advantage of this opportunity for free coaching. And I can just tell you, it's been wonderful. There's so many good things about it. I mean, I should always remember, because I was an athlete in high school, and if you have a good coach, it's kind of like a yoga teacher to me. They're not all amazing, but if you get a good one, it's incredible. It's going to just make you perform so much better. And I feel like the MAPS coaches take it really seriously. All I can say is the one I've got is outstanding, and I'm excited I did it.
Yeah, and you can do wellness. I chose wellness, and it's amazing. They can look at your mindset, and it doesn't have to, you don't have to talk about real estate. It's normally $250 for a half-hour session, so we still have a couple weeks. Go ahead and sign up. If you need help, let me know. I can get the link to you. Definitely take advantage of that. Okay, do you want to speak to our app at all? Our KW Tech? If you don't have it, how many of you guys have the app? Yeah, get it now. If you don't have it, yeah, okay. Our board of directors, we're coming up on finishing up the year. Thank you guys for your service. Does anyone on the board want to provide an update? Okay.
Oh, hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, yep.
Hi. Aloha, everyone. Somehow my computer doing weird things. Is this an update just in general with the board?
Yes.
So we just came back from a very amazing, intensive ALC clinic and business planning in Pleasanton, California. James Shaw provided just an immense amount of information and knowledge to help us with our business plan, and also to be around I've never been with the northern group. I've only been with the southern, and so it was nice to be there. Albeit for our little fire scare, we were all had a great time, and a lot of great information was shared. And we're looking forward to 2024 as a board to continue representing you and making things happen for our market center.
Yeah, thank you, Joyce. Yeah, so the fire scare was, we had an hour left, and someone came up to James Shaw and said, we need to evacuate because of a fire. And so the whole group, he kept the lesson going down on the patio, in the pool, and Maui was united and said, we're out. We're going to leave right now, and because we prioritize safety. So anyway, that's what she was talking about. Okay, yeah, and we have our board retreat coming up. There was discussion about having potentially a year of nourishment, or come up with a word that is going to be our theme for 2024. So I look forward to hearing what the board decides on that. All right, Ray, Nerdy 30.
So join us every Thursday from 5:30 to 6 p.m. for Zoom. We recognize, Carrie and I, that there's a lot of dual career people, or people that are busy during the day. And so we're dedicating more training hours to after 5. So Nerdy 30 is designed to kind of just nerd out for 30 minutes on really cool ways to use Command, integrations with the consumer app, etc. I think a lot of the trainings are like one direction. And so the point of this one is to just mastermind from other agents, the successes that you guys are seeing, and then kind of leveraging Carrie and I's understanding of all the app intricacies to help you achieve your goals. So grab a drink, come see us on Zoom every Thursday at 5:30.
Thank you, Ray. Alrighty, Pauhana potlucks, ladies, love to hear what your vision is for this. Yeah.
Well, we just had ours in Kike on Friday and it was really amazing. Brady brought a bunch of food. Well, it was actually Mark. Mark brought a bunch of food. And we just got to sit, talk story, have some margaritas. People on each other. He, you know, he was open to questions. There was a lot of questions about what's available or especially those that have been impacted. So there's different programs available. So for the next October, November, December, it's just gonna be years about comfort food and malama and just get together. So. Feel your stomach, feel your soul.
And the first one in November, we're canceling because it's the same date as the installation. We definitely want to support going to that. It's a great event. So, yeah, thank you, ladies, for your leadership.
So
That was
this Friday is Kahalui.
Kahalui, yeah.
It's a potluck. We don't have a third party sponsor. Mark and I are sponsoring, not Mark from Brady, Mark, my husband. So, I'm cooking. Please.
You're cooking. How good are you?
We're having Italian as a starter, so.
Is it a 3-course meal?
2 courses.
Okay.
But everybody else needs to
It's
bring
a potluck,
or you're
yeah.
gonna get a little bit.
Teresa, what wine should we be expecting?
You know, Merlot is very good. Where's that? Chianti.
That could be your contribution.
Beans and a little, you're right?
I loved your idea. We come together around food and having potluck right now just to build community and support. It was great last Friday. So thank you. All right, Michelle has a case studies class and then we're having a board meeting directly after that. Free listing clinic. Usually you have to pay for this. So definitely make it a priority. It's on Halloween, 8 to 3.
Costume contest.
There's a what? Oh,
Costume
costume contest. Nice. These books, I just reread Atomic Habits and I'm in the middle of Grit. Love this book. Todd said it was, besides The Hobbit, it was his favorite book, and I can see why. Definitely encourage you guys to participate in these book clubs. I myself, I just made a commitment. I do it in the car on the way to work because that works for me. And so whatever way that you consume books, we'd love to have you come be a part of the discussion. I can also see why Miranda chose Grit because her life has been about grit. She has it tattooed on her arm. And so would love to talk about the book with all of you. Monday the 6th is Atomic Habits, and then December 4th. You'll need time to get through that one. Okay. Moving on. 24 for 24. Okay, I wanted to this is a part of that. I wanted to pass these out. So first of all, to encourage you, some of you are noticing your business is down. As a company, we're on the 16th. We've only had 6 closings this month. So that's dramatic impact on the company. So if you yourself are wondering why is business, well, it's happening all, it's pervasive. My goal is to help you get out there and get more. And so the paper that you have shows the path of money. We can trade time for money, like on the human capital, or the wealthy have money work for them. And I don't know that I've explained in detail an opportunity for all of you to earn passive income. There's some agents in our company who spend a great majority of their time looking for people to introduce Keller Williams to. And like an athlete wearing their Jordans gets a thank you for sharing the company with us, you guys have that opportunity as well. So our goal as a company is to get 24 cappers, and cappers is about 7 million in production for 2024. And so I wanted to explain what that means to you and why it's so important. When you introduce Keller Williams, let's say you do a deal with someone that's a producing agent, and you say, hey, I'd love for Sasha to get to talk to you. Thank you for doing the deal with me. Our company, if they decide to come over, our company credits your cap 25%. So what that means is $8,750 direct to you in reduction in cap. So the goal would be, let's find 4, so you're not paying any cap, right? And so on the other side, I wanted to show you guys, I did this for the board. The baseline when you're looking to grow your profit share is 15. You're looking for 15 people to introduce the company to. And so when I started with the board this year, we did little jars, and there's a shell for every person in their first level of profit share. So this is Dean's.
You're too cute.
All right.
You're welcome.
And I personally have 5 now, and my goal is to get to 15. And so my challenge for all of you to support you in your profit shares, think of agents, and on the back side, there's 5 little circles. Think of agents that you've worked with that you think would be really cool to have here at this company. And I would love to support you. How many of you have gotten profit share checks before? How many was less than $10? Yeah, me too. That's amazing. Well, think of how much money you have to have in the bank until you get $10 interest, right? This is an easy way to grow passive income. Gets deposited automatically on the 21st of the month. And so I'd love to support you guys in that. So this is just a way for you to brainstorm who are 5 people on the board that it would be really cool to have at our company huddles. Alrighty, so moving on. Okay, CUNY, comparative market analysis and exhibit A. Woo!
Okay, what am I gonna say about exhibit
They got it.
Don't forget it. Don't forget to do exhibit A. This is a reminder for your CMA that's required, right? The listing, if you're on the listing side, the CMA required for the seller to sign the bottom of it. On the buyer side, the purchase contract, those dates should be very similar. And I know a lot of people forget and they do it at the end. That's not going to help you in court. They're going to be like, well, why is this date different than the date that you sign the listing or sign the purchase contract, right? So they're going to crack down a little bit on that. So make sure you do the CMA when you take the listing, when you have the purchase contract signed. We are going to put that in the listing checklist, maybe a highlighted part of it to remind you, and the brokers will try to remind you too as you do those, as we sign those things for you. So just be aware of that. Exhibit A, like Marion said, make sure you do that, right? It does seem redundant because it's basically the MLS form, right? The fill-in form, but that also is signed by the seller, right? Saying, yes, this is what it is, right? That is my representation of the property, as well as the seller's disclosure statement, right? So make sure you fill all that in, and make sure you verify the information on that too. A couple more things. KW Cares, we didn't have a slide for that today, but make sure that KW Cares really came and helped us out when we had our fire. It's an easy way to donate to other people in our family, other places in the world. Whatever it is, whatever the amount is, right? Super easy. Just tell Christy, put it on the DA and it's done. You don't even miss the money. Okay. Here's a quiz. Does anybody know what a 1033 is? 1033 exchange. Don't say it.
I was like, I can't say.
I've never heard of it. Have you ever heard of it? Yeah, I've never heard of it, right? Leah Harbottle actually brought it to my attention. I was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So what is a 1033 tax exchange? 1033 tax exchange occurs when an investor's property must be exchanged for another real estate asset due to natural disaster, condemnment or threat of condemnment, or seizure by eminent domain. Section 1033 of the Internal Revenue Code allows for exchange of like-kind property and deferment of the capital gains tax, right? The part that we're looking at is from natural disaster, right? We could probably get a lot of the people, if it applies to them, qualified on the west side for tax deferred. They don't need an intermediary, which is weird. And the time frames are like 2 or 3 years. So what we're going to try and do is get somebody to come in to do
a presentation right, because I'm just reading off this paper, so. And I want to see how it would all work and all that kind of stuff, so. Yeah, lots of questions, lots of questions, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, I don't know how new it is, but Liza, I talked to her about it, and so she's gonna work on somebody to come in and see if it is as easy as it seems, or if it fits, right? If it fits with the investor, it's gotta be investment for investment property, right? Just like a 1031. So anyways. That's something new and exciting that might be a good tool in our toolbox. And okay, goodbye.
Awesome. Thank you, Keone. Michelle will be back tomorrow from her trip. I think that is it, unless there's any other comments or questions. Yes, Jonathan.
I just want to quickly say, on behalf of the Culture Committee, thank you for the agents that are volunteering. We're doing another meal service this week on Wednesday at Hale Cowcow. So if anybody is interested in doing that in the future, they only want like 5 agents usually or in the kitchen because it's a small space. But you can let me know, and we've committed to doing it every month. So I can just let you know what date it is at the beginning of the month, and you can then be involved in it. It's really nice and a good way to be of service in the community.
And they will also take donations because you guys paid for the food, right?
Yes, that's true too, in terms of sponsoring and that thing.
Yeah, if you can't show up, you can help pay for the food.
As far as that goes, if like me, you're a dual career and you work for a corporation that does matching, like mine will also match the time that I volunteer as well, so remember that also.
Wonderful, thank you.
If you want to see Jonathan out in public, go see Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Rocky Horror. You can see these, why I grew out my mutton chops. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the next 2 weeks, and a special performance on Halloween.
The beard in action.
Yeah, and I would say, but as Liza comes up, once you volunteer for one of these things, you don't want to miss it. It is so powerful. I was able to work with Jonathan and Liza at her monthly event, and it changes you. And so, yeah, definitely recommend getting out if you want to speak to that.
So I have my Maui Food Bank food distribution October 26th. It's a Thursday at Hale Makana. The need is great because there's so many families there that are taking in their friends and family from Lahaina. So they'll be online and they'll say, I have 14 people in my house and we're in a 2-bedroom and I am furloughed. So I need extra food. So these donations keep coming in and we're so grateful because this is a marathon, and we not only are giving them food, but we're giving them toiletries, slippers, all kinds of stuff. And I may have shared the story of this little baby coming up to us and saying he needed slippers and t-shirts. So he was probably 6 or 7 years old, but when a child comes up to you asking for these things, you just want to hug them and say, come on, honey, let's go to Walmart. Let's go. Oh, do whatever you want. So anyway, there's been about 12 to 14 volunteers where normally before the fires, it was about 4 or 5. So we just need people. So if you want to come and volunteer, please come up to me and I'll put your name on the list. Thank you. October 26th.
But
Right
what
after bowl.
time?
After
Because
bowl?
We have bowl.
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I mean, I'm signed up, but I am the
Yeah.
spearheader of
Yeah.
this, so I have
Yeah.
to be
Yeah, yeah.
there for that. I won't be there that day.
Yeah, no worries. It starts later though, right?
It starts at 2.
Yeah, so bowl ends at 2.
Yeah, so 2 to
Get you out of-
3:30. So if you guys want to leave bowl just a few minutes earlier and come meet me, that would be great.
Yeah, we're supportive. 100%. Yeah. Awesome. Anything else? Yes.
Oh, you're putting Andy, okay. I don't know if I missed the fill the bucket, fill the cup thing, but I did wanna say that Sasha, you actually fill my cup all the time.
Oh.
And, when I first got here to KW as a new agent, I was like literally going through the white pages and like calling people, and it was really bad. But I've come to, you've helped me find meaning in my career in a way that's like aligned with who I am and my life and incorporating into a lifestyle. So I just want to say thank you for like keeping, like, inspiring me to develop my real estate business in a way that is like our mission statement, like careers worth having, lives worth living. And I feel like I'm so grateful that you're here to teach us and be a support for us and keep us inspired, because I think inspiration is a big part of getting up every day and making calls and connecting with people. And when sometimes we are hesitant, or when I'm, imposter syndrome or whatever, but just showing up like with fun and joy and inspiration is truly I'm thankful. So
Thank you. I got lots of time with Colette and I this weekend and some other people, and I absolutely love my job. So it's an honor to work with all of you guys, and just here to support you however I can. And thank you for showing up to support our Pride Breakfast and our huddle, and enjoy the food and have a great day.